Hey, it's Josie with Affirmation Pod, where you get soothing affirmations to help you live in self-love. Welcome to new listeners. Hello again to returning listeners. Today's episode is called Coming Back to Self-Love. The sister episode to this one is Coming Back to Healthy Habits, which is episode 348. You'll find it in the show notes of this episode. If you are new to Affirmation Pod, you may not know that as part of my efforts to raise up Black voices in the podcast space, Affirmation Pod is covering the podcast media hosting bill for Ari Antoine's podcast, the Sensuelle podcast. Ari's a sexologist and sensual educator. She takes her background in burlesque, sex ed, and yoga to help you look at sexuality through the lens of sensuality. Again, her podcast is called the Sensuelle Podcast, Sensuelle, and it's in the show notes of this episode. But I also wanted to let you know that if you're unsure how to thrive intimately after isolation, loss, or grief, and you're looking for a sexuality reset, Ari's offering a 20-minute free sensual clarity call. That's a free 20-minute sensual clarity call, and you can book your time with Ari at affirmationpod.com/Ari. That's affirmationpod.com/ARI. I love that this episode is free for you to listen, but it's not free for me to create and publish. So thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this episode today. I recently needed to answer some questions and include part of my story. To help me with that, I went to Skillshare and specifically to Soledad O'Brien's class, Powerful Storytelling Today, Strategies for Crafting Great Content. It's a Skillshare original, and it was so helpful for me to bring together what I want to say and how I want to share it. I recommend this class if you're telling your story on social media or a blog. It's great if you're an interviewer or you're someone who gets interviewed a lot. I was looking at part of the discussion of the class, and someone mentioned that working in sales, this could be effective and helpful too. If you don't know, Skillshare is an online learning community with all kinds of classes to help you grow, build your skills, and I'd also say particularly skills that you need for the world that we're in now. I've taken most of their journaling classes. There's also productivity classes, all kinds of art classes, and there's hands-on projects, which gets you involved. And of course, when you're involved, we retain what we learn so much better. Come on over and explore your creativity at Skillshare.com/affirmation and get a 1-month free trial of premium membership. This is a great offer. It's a 1-month free trial of premium membership at Skillshare.com/affirmation. Thank you again, Skillshare, for sponsoring this episode and many episodes of Affirmation Pod. And now here's Affirmations for Coming Back to Self-Love. I've been practicing self-care. I've been helping myself manage my life. Yet I still see my reaction to judge myself and to be harsh with myself. I still put unrealistic standards on myself. I turn to my breathing now. I turn to my heart. And I come back to self-love. I bring back self-compassion. And I return to self-soothing. I take deep breaths now. I accept myself. I speak to myself with kind, loving words. I embrace my body and I come back to self-love. I give myself love. I give myself support. I give myself encouragement. When self-judgment comes up, I turn to self-compassion. I coach myself through the challenges. And I celebrate myself during the successes. I am full of self-love. As I go through my day, I'm with myself. I remember myself, and I prioritize myself. I live in appreciation. I do what honors my needs. I give myself the respect I am so worthy of. I'm coming back to love and light. I'm coming back to myself. I'm coming back to self-love. I'm remembering to acknowledge the positive. I'm remembering how far I've come. And I'm remembering to have fun. I'm shifting from disapproval to approval. I write down what I love about myself. I am cleansing myself of self-criticism, and I'm back here with self-love. That is my gift for you today. Again, this episode is in the self-care category of the Affirmation Pod app. The app is free on the Apple and Google Play app stores. If you want to unlock the premium content, which is ad and announcement free, that's available for premium access members. And premium access members also get bonus episodes. There's over 60 of them now that you won't find on this podcast. There's also bonus playlists. Find out more or to join by going to affirmationpod.com/join. That's affirmationpod.com/join. And don't forget, Skillshare's got a free month of premium membership waiting for you when you go to skillshare.com/affirmation. I forgot to mention earlier that I love that the classes are all concise. Soledad's class, top to bottom, is just 36 minutes. Get started today. The link is also in the show notes by going to skillshare.com/affirmation. Skillshare.com/affirmation. Thank you for listening to Affirmation Pod today, and thank you for coming back to self-love. Now go be you, know you, and love you. This is Josie with Affirmation Pod. Bye for now.